Shalom, my friend. I want to ask you a question that might sound strange, maybe even a little frightening, but I need you to be honest with me. Where do you go when you sleep? I don't mean where does your body go. We know your body stays in the bed under the covers. I mean you, the real you, the neshama, the consciousness. Do you think you just fade into blackness? Do you think your brain just turns off like a computer going into sleep mode? If you believe that, you are missing 1/3 of your entire existence. And more importantly, you are missing the single biggest opportunity for wealth creation that the Creator gave to humanity. The Zohar, the master text of Kabbalah, teaches us that sleep is not a passive state. Sleep is a journey. It is a nightly commute. When the body weakens and the eyes close, the soul detaches. It is held to the body by only a thin, silver thread. It goes up. It ascends to the upper worlds. It enters what the Kabbalists call the Atzar HaNeshamot, the treasury of souls. In this treasury, there are answers to every problem you have ever faced. There are solutions to your crushing debt. There are business ideas that are worth millions. There are inventions that haven't been invented yet. The Shefa, the divine flow, is limitless up there. But here is the tragedy. This is the tragedy of 99% of people. They send their soul up to the treasury every single night, and the soul comes back down in the morning empty-handed. They wake up tired. They wake up anxious. They wake up exactly as poor as they were when they went to sleep. Why? Why go to the bank and come back with no money? Because they did not prepare the landing pad. They did not give the soul a vessel to carry the blessing back down. They sent the soul up without a bucket. Today, I am going to teach you the pillow protocol. This is not a bedtime story. This is a spiritual technology used by the patriarch Jacob, by King David, and by the holy mystics of Safe to turn their sleep into a wealth-generating machine. I'm going to show you exactly what to put inside your pillowcase tonight, a specific physical anchor, to ensure that when your soul returns to your body in the morning, it brings the abundance with it. I am Rabbi Boaz, the Torah Life Strategist. And tonight, we are going to hack your dreams. Before we unlock this secret, I need you to signal to the universe that you are awake to this truth. Go to the comments right now and write these words. I am ready to receive. When you write that, you are opening the channel. You are telling your subconscious mind that tonight is not just for resting. Tonight is for receiving. And if you want to master the invisible laws of money that the schools and the banks will never teach you, subscribe to this channel. We are building an army of spiritual strategists. Join us. Let's go back to the source. Let's talk about the first man who unlocked the power of the pillow. His name was Yaakov, Jacob. The Torah tells us a famous story in the portion of Vayetzi. Jacob is running away from his brother Esau. He is fleeing for his life. He is broke. He has been stripped of all his possessions. He is alone in the desert. The sun sets. And the verse says, he took from the stones of the place and put them under his head, and he lay down in that place to sleep. Now the Midrash asks a very practical question. Why stones? Who sleeps on rocks? If you are tired, you sleep on the sand, you sleep on your arm, why gather stones? The Midrash explains that the stones were fighting with each other. Each stone said, let the righteous man lay his head on me. The stones understood something that we have forgotten. They understood that the head of a visionary is a portal. They wanted to be the foundation of that portal. So God merged them all into one stone. Jacob slept. And he had the famous dream of the ladder, angels going up and angels coming down. And when he woke up, he said, surely God is in this place, and I did not know it. And he took the stone he had slept on, and he poured oil on it. He anointed it. And he made a vow that if God would be with him, he would become wealthy. And he did. Jacob left that place with nothing but a stick, and he came back years later with 2 camps of wealth. He became a tycoon. What happened that night? Jacob turned his pillow, the stone, into a mizbech, an altar. He understood that the object that supports your head while you disconnect from the physical world is the most powerful antenna you possess. Your head is the seat of the chachma, wisdom. When you lay your head down, you are plugging your hard drive into the cosmic internet. If your pillow is just a bag of feathers, you get a weak signal. If your pillow is an altar, you get a download that changes your destiny. So let's look at your life. Why isn't this working for you? Why are your dreams filled with stress or nonsense or replays of your day? Why do you wake up dreading the bills? Because your pillow is corrupted. I don't mean physically dirty, though that matters too, and we will get to that. I mean spiritually corrupted. Think about it. You spend 8 hours a day, 1/3 of your life with your head on that object. You cry into that pillow when you are heartbroken. You argue with your spouse in that bed. You lie there staring at the ceiling, worrying about debt, calculating numbers, feeling fear before you fall asleep. The fabric of your pillow has absorbed years of anxiety, tears, and stress. It is radioactive with poverty consciousness. It is a sponge soaked in fear. And then you wonder why you can't manifest wealth. You are sleeping on a recording of your own failure. The first step of the protocol is the pillow audit. Go to your bed right now. Look at your pillow. How old is it? Is it yellow? Is it lumpy? Does it smell like old sweat? If it does, throw it out. I am serious. Do not try to save it. A $20 investment in a fresh vessel is worth millions. If you cannot afford a new pillow, you must wash the pillowcase. Wash it with hot water and add a cup of white vinegar or sea salt. We need to strip the data. We need to clear the cache. You cannot download the new program onto a corrupted disk. You need a clean slate. And while we are talking about the environment, we need to discuss Feng Shui according to the Torah. Which way is your bed facing? The Talmud teaches that the Shekinah, divine presence, rests in the west. Therefore, one should not align their bed east to west, because it is disrespectful to sleep with your feet toward the divine presence. The optimal direction for wealth and male children, according to the Gemara, is north to south. Your head should be in the north, your feet in the south. Or vice versa. Check your compass. If you are sleeping east to west, you might be crossing the energy lines instead of flowing with them. I know this sounds technical, but we are talking about geometry. We are talking about aligning your antenna with the broadcast signal. If you can move your bed, move it. If you can't, do not panic, but at least ensure your headboard is solid. A solid headboard represents a solid mountain, protection for the crown chakra. Now let's get to the ritual itself. The core of this teaching comes from the Arizal, the holy lion of Safed, the father of modern Kabbalah. He taught that the transition from waking to sleeping is the twilight zone, where the worlds merge. What you think about in the last 5 minutes before you lose consciousness determines the trajectory of your soul for the next 8 hours. If you scroll on TikTok until you pass out, your soul wanders in the tohu, the chaos of the internet. If you worry about debt, your soul gets stuck in the lower levels of fear. We need to give the soul a map and a container. We are going to place a physical object inside your pillowcase to act as an anchor for the soul. Here is the dream wallet technique. You are going to need 3 things: a small piece of paper, a pen with blue ink, and a single bill of currency. It can be $1, €1, a shekel, it doesn't matter, but it must be real money. Why blue ink? Because blue is the color of chachma, wisdom, and the color of the techelet, the thread of the sky. Blue reminds the soul of the heavens. Black ink is the color of din, judgment. We do not want judgment in our sleep. We want mercy and flow. Use a blue pen. Why money? Because money is daimim, blood/life force. It is the physical manifestation of energy. By placing it under your head, you are elevating the concept of money from the mundane to the spiritual. You are saying, this paper is not my master, it is my tool, and I am bringing it into the holy realm of sleep. Step 1, the note of demand. You are going to write a kavittel, a petition to the heavenly court. On the small piece of paper, I want you to write a specific verse from the Torah. The verse is from Genesis 28:16, what Jacob said when he woke up. Aiken yes Adonai ba makom hazeh, surely the Lord is in this place. Write it in your language, this sets the frequency. It sanctifies the bed. Below that verse, write your specific financial need. Do not be vague. Do not write, I want to be rich. That is confusing to the angels. Angels respond to precision. Write, I need $5,000 to pay off the Visa card. Right? I need 10 new high-ticket clients for my consulting business. Right? I need the solution to the lawsuit. Be precise. The soul needs coordinates. If you tell a taxi driver, take me somewhere nice, you go nowhere. If you tell him, take me to 123 Wall Street, you arrive. Give your soul coordinates. Step 2, the binding. Take the bill of currency. Fold it around the piece of paper. You are wrapping your spiritual prayer in physical reality. This is what we call yichud, unification. You are binding the spiritual desire, the note, with the physical vessel, the money. Hold this little package in your hand, close your eyes, visualize the outcome, see the debt paid, see the client signing, feel the relief. You must generate the emotion of relief before you sleep. Relief is the frequency of "it is done." Anxiety is the frequency of "it is missing." You cannot attract wealth with anxiety. You can only attract it with relief. Sleep in relief. Step 3. The placement. Slide this package inside your pillowcase. Not under the pillow where it might fall on the floor during the night. Inside the case, on the underside, the side touching the mattress, not the side touching your face. Why? Because we want it to be the foundation. We want your head to rest upon it. This signifies that your intellect, your head, is resting on the foundation of faith and provision. As you slide it in, say this declaration out loud. I am placing this seed in the ground of sleep. Master of dreams, water this seed while I rest. Return my soul to me in the morning filled with wisdom and wealth. Step 4. The security code, the bedtime Shema. This is the step most people skip. You have planted the seed, but now you must protect the garden. There are spiritual parasites, masochim, that try to latch onto the soul as it ascends. They feed on the light you are trying to gather. This is why you wake up exhausted even after 8 hours. Your energy was stolen. To protect your soul, you must recite the first paragraph of the Shema Israel. If you don't know it, just say, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Cover your eyes with your right hand when you say it. Why cover the eyes? To block out the physical world so you can see the spiritual world. This acts as a force field. It ensures your soul travels directly to the treasury and doesn't get detoured into nightmares or confusion. It seals the deal. Now lay your head down, and this is the critical part. Do not pick up your phone again. The moment your head hits that pillow, the ritual has begun. If you check your email, you break the seal. You disconnect the upload. Lay there in the darkness. Feel the pillow under your head. Remind yourself that there is a seed planted right beneath your ear. Listen for the answers. I want to talk about the midnight window. The Zohar speaks of Chatzot, midnight, halakhic midnight, usually around 12:00 or 1:00 a.m. But often people wake up naturally around 2:00 a.m. or 3:00 a.m. They think this is insomnia. They think this is a problem. No, this is an invitation. The Kabbalists teach that at this hour the gate of tears is open. The spiritual noise of the world is silent. If you wake up at 3:00 a.m., do not get annoyed. Do not reach for your phone, lay there in the silence. Your soul has just returned briefly to the body to give you a message. Listen, this is the moment when the $1 million idea drops. It comes as a whisper, it comes as a flash of insight. Call this person, sell this stock, buy this property. If you get that flash, write it down immediately. Keep a notebook by the bed. Do not trust your memory. The dream world evaporates in the sun. Capture the smoke. Let me tell you about a man named David. David was a real estate investor, but he had hit a wall. He hadn't found a good deal in 6 months. He was burning through his savings. He was desperate. He started the pillow protocol. He put a $100 bill in his pillowcase with the note, "Show me the next deal." For 5 nights, nothing. He was frustrated. On the 6th night, he had a dream. In the dream, he was driving down a specific street in his childhood neighborhood. He saw a house he knew, a blue house on the corner. In the dream, the house had a for sale sign, but the sign was crooked and hidden behind a bush. He woke up. He knew that house. He hadn't thought about it in 20 years. He felt crazy, but he drove there. There was no sign. The house looked normal, but the urge was strong. He knocked on the door. An old woman answered. He apologized. "I know this is strange, but I'm a real estate investor and I just had a feeling. Are you looking to sell?" The woman turned pale. She said, "My husband passed away last week. I was just sitting at the kitchen table praying, asking God how I'm going to sell this house without a realtor because I can't afford the fees." David bought the house that week. He flipped it for a $40,000 profit. The deal was not on Zillow. The deal was not on the MLS. The deal was in the treasury of souls. He downloaded it while he slept. If he hadn't done the ritual, he would have stayed home. Why does this work? Is it magic? No. It is Kavanah, intention. The reticular activating system (RAS) in your brain filters millions of bits of information. When you perform a physical ritual before sleep, you are programming the RAS. You are telling your brain this is important. So while you sleep, your subconscious mind goes to work on that specific problem. It scans your memories. It scans patterns. It connects dots that your conscious mind is too stressed to see. You wake up with the solution because you gave your brain a specific job description before you clocked out. Most people clock out without assigning a task to the night shift. Your subconscious is the night shift. Put it to work. There is a deeper Kabbalistic secret here. The pillow represents the Yesod, the foundation. In the tree of life, Yesod is the funnel that gathers all the light from the upper Sephirot and channels it down to Malchut, the kingdom physical reality. Your sleep is the Yesod state. It is the funnel. If the funnel is clogged with worry, nothing comes down. By placing the money and the verse there, you are purifying the Yesod. You are turning the funnel into gold. You are ensuring that what comes down is pure blessing. I want to warn you about the nightmare trap. Sometimes when you start this ritual, you might have bad dreams for the first few nights. You might dream of losing money or being chased or old traumas. Do not be afraid. This is the purging. This is the spiritual detox. Your soul is cleaning out the old files of poverty. The fear is leaving the body. Let it pass. Do not stop the ritual. If you stop, you leave the trash halfway out the door. Push through. By the seventh night, the dreams will shift. They will become lighter. They will become clearer. Now, what do you do in the morning? This is the most important part, the morning download. When you wake up, before you check your phone, before you talk to anyone, you have a 30-second window. This is the hypnagogic state. The door between the worlds is still slightly open. Grab your notebook and write whatever is in your head. Even if it's "I saw a blue dog," write it down. The meaning often reveals itself later. But before you touch the notebook, and before you touch the money in the pillow, you must wash your hands. This is the law of Negel Vassar. During the night, while your soul was gone, a minor impurity, Ruach Ra, attached to your fingertips. This is why we often wake up feeling groggy or heavy. You cannot touch holy things, and your dream money is now holy with impure hands. Keep a cup of water by your bed or go straight to the sink. Wash right hand, right, left, 3 times. Now your hands are clean vessels. Now you can reach into the pillow. Take the money out. You do not leave it there forever. You must move the energy. Take that specific bill, that dollar, that euro, and put it in your charity box, tzedakah, or give it to a poor person that day. Why? Because you must prove to the universe that you are willing to release the seed to get the harvest. Do not spend it on coffee. Give it away. That money is now a pidyon, a redemption. It has absorbed the energy of the night. By giving it away, you are planting it in the world. Then that night, put a new bill in, a fresh seed. The paper with the verse can stay, but the money must cycle. This creates a flow. Input, output, sleep, wake, request, release. This cycle builds momentum. I challenge you to do this for 7 nights. This is the 7-day manifestation cycle. Here is what to expect. Night 1, resistance. You will feel silly. You will struggle to sleep. This is normal. Night 2, the purge. You might have strange dreams or restless sleep. The toxins are leaving. Night 3, the silence. You will sleep deeply, deeper than you have in years. The soul is reconnecting. Night 4, the whisper. You will wake up with a song in your head or a name or a number. Pay attention. Night 5, the clarity. During the day, you will notice your anxiety is lower. You are operating from a place of trust. Night 6, the opportunity. This is usually when the external world shifts. A phone call, an email, a check in the mail. Night 7, the breakthrough, the full realization of the Shefa. You might think, Rabbi, I share a bed with my spouse. Will this affect them? Yes. In a good way, the aura of blessing is contagious. If you are vibrating at the frequency of abundance, your spouse will feel it. They might sleep better. They might wake up happier. You are acting as the high priest of the bedroom. You are sanctifying the space for both of you. Let me address the skeptics. I know there are people watching this who say, this is nonsense, just work harder. I agree. Work hard, but ask yourself, do you know people who work hard and are still poor? Yes, millions of them. My grandfather worked harder than any man I know, and he died with very little. Hard work is the engine. but spiritual strategy is the steering wheel. You can drive 100 miles per hour, but if you are driving off a cliff, you will die. You need to steer. Sleep is how you steer. Dreams are the GPS. If you ignore the GPS, you are just driving fast in circles. Stop driving in circles. Set the coordinates. I want you to look at your pillow differently tonight. It is not just a cushion. It is a portal. It is Jacob's stone. It is the threshold between the world of struggle and the world of solutions. Treat it with respect. Keep it clean. Load it with intention and wake up with answers. Go to the comments one more time. Write, "My sleep is my wealth." Affirm it, claim it, and please, when the dream comes, and it will come, share it with us. Come back to this video. Tell us what happened. Did you get the idea? Did you get the call? Did you find the money? Your story is the fuel for this community. We are building a movement of people who refuse to be victims of the economy. We are the masters of our own Shefa. I am Rabbi Boaz. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. And your sleep is the workshop. Now go prepare the vessel. Shalom.